Hi, let's talk about the Format Painter and themes and styles and see how this can be applied to what we have already learned and to new things as well. With Format Painter, we can copy the formatting like borders or shapes or objects, text, or cells in a worksheet to a different group of shapes, objects, text, or cells. And let's take a look one example of this. Let's say we'd like to make the word cash in bold. So we go to the word and we'll press down Control B to make it bold. Now if I'd like to do the same for the other titles, I can exactly repeat that. But another way of doing that is using the Format Painter. And the way this is done is quite easy. All we need to do is, when we go to the Home choice up here, we can press Format Painter. And we can then take this information from formatting and actually carry it down to other cells. And as you can see, now they are in bold. And let's go back again and let's go to Format Painter and let's click on it twice. By doing that, we can go to another cell like January, click on it, it does the formatting, and I can move it to a separate cell and I can repeat it again. If I didn't click on it twice, we would see that it would not have in memory the fact that I want to do the same thing. Now notice what happens when I click on it. It does give me the same formatting, and now things are no longer centered. They are now left justified. So if I wish to have it centered again, I would have to go back to reformat that. Notice the paintbrush is still active. To turn that off, I can go back to Format Painter and click it once. It is now turned off. And to center my months, I can do just what I did earlier. I go down to Format Cells, and I go to Alignment, and I will pick whichever you want to do. In this case, we did Center, so let's do that again. We can enhance our graph by using what is called a theme, and we can get into styles as well. A theme is a predefined set of colors, fonts, lines that can be applied to the whole worksheet. And a style is a predefined theme-based format that you can apply to change tables and charts. Let's see how a theme can work. So let's stick with our page, and all we really need to do is choose page layout, and you see that we have on the left hand side we have what's called themes. Click on themes, and there are many different types of themes. And what do they do for us? Let's choose two of them, one at a time. Let's choose Apex, and you can see what it does. It changes the font, the color, which may be now more appealing. And if you'd like to experiment, let's try another one which might be interesting, and let's go to Urban. Okay, you can sort of see in the background what it'll look like. We get a little peek, and we can just skim around to see many of the others. And I will leave this at 1. Let's leave it at opulent. Alright, and we'll keep it at that point. And as you can see, there are many other types that we can experiment with. Let's take a look at styles. Let's see what it can do for us. Now, not always is it recommended to change, but let's take a look. Let's highlight the text, and let's go to Cell Styles, And we have a lot of choices there. Let's take a look at what says heading 2. Now look what happens. We can't always predict the way it's going to look, but here is a 1. Let's take a look at another one. Another one. As you can see, some might be recommended, some are not. And it's really your decision what makes it look best to you. Now, to point out something over here, if you notice, if I go to where it says title, look what happened to current assets. It changed to pound signs. And what this means is that the numbers do not fit in that space appropriately. So what we would have to do if you want to keep that style is go to the A to the B and C, for example, and expand it by double-clicking, and you'll see it now will give you the appropriate number. And we can leave it like this just to indicate what we have done. And one last thing, in styles, if we wish, there are other things that we can change which may be very useful. One, for example, if you look at number format, one says comma, so now commas are applied when necessary, or currency where everything may change. And again, you're going to keep this, you have to just make some minor adjustments if you want to have the numbers appear correctly. Nothing is lost, it's just a matter of deciding how you want it to look. And let's leave it for the time being, currency at 0 decimal places. That's how we stand at this point.